สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. Today I've got another breakfast recipe to share with you. In Thailand, we don't have too many breakfast specific dishes. We tend to just eat anything at any meal, but this is one of the few things that we do have. It's something called khao tom. Khao means rice, tom means to boil. So it is a rice soup, but not quite the same as congee. In fact, it's actually easier to make than congee. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by making what we call sam gle, or the Thai mirepoix, I like to call it, and that is white peppercorns. I'm going to get that ground up first. All right, that's all ground up. By the way, sam gle means 3 friends, so now we're going to add the second friend, that is garlic. Get that pound up. In fact, I'm going to add the third friend as well, and that is cilantro stems. If you have cilantro roots, do use that. I don't right now, so stems will work. And this is a base for so many dishes, marinades, rubs, stir fries, so many different dishes. Now we're going to mush our friends into a paste. So you really want it a nice fine paste, just like that. So now I'm going to put half of it into my protein, which I am using shrimp today. Khao tom gung, or shrimp khao tom, is a very popular version, but you can do fish, you can do chicken, you can do whatever you want really. So I'm going to add just some of it into the shrimp here, and I've cut the shrimp up because I like it when it mixes well into the rice. So you don't have to, try to cut up a shrimp with a spoon while you're having the soup. Now, shrimp generally have a natural saltiness to them already, so I don't want to salt this at all. But if you're doing chicken or pork or fish, you might want to do just a dash of fish sauce or soy sauce. I also have some that I kept whole because this will be my garnish. So put, a couple of pieces on top so people can clearly see this is a shrimp khao tom. All right, let's cook these off. So I'm just going to saute my shrimp in a little skillet here. This part is not super traditional. Most people just blanch their shrimp, but blanching shrimp doesn't add any flavor, right? When you saute something, it gets a little brown, so much more flavor. So that's what I'm going to do. A little oil in there. Once the oil is getting hot, I'm going to add my cut up shrimp. I'm just going to cook that until it's done, which should take just 1 minute at the most because it's so small. Okay, so now the shrimp is done. See all this brown garlic bit stuck at the bottom? That's all flavor. I'm gonna lift it off by deglazing a little bit with some stock, which you will need for your soup anyway, so you're gonna have that. And just scrape all that off. If you're using a nonstick pan, you may not have any sort of stuck garlic bits, in which case you don't have to deglaze. That on its own is already so delicious. Okay, next I'm just gonna sear my whole shrimp for our garnish, and then it's done. And that is it. The shrimp are beautifully seared. Let's get on to the rice part. All right, so I've got here a pot of unsalted pork stock, for which I have a video. You can absolutely use chicken stock instead. If you're gonna cheat and use store-bought, make sure it's unsalted chicken stock. That makes a big difference because we want to be able to add soy sauce and fish sauce to it. I'm going to just bring this to a simmer, but while that's coming to a simmer, I'm going to add the other half of our mushed up 3 friends here. And just add that in and it'll help flavor the broth with garlic and peppercorns and cilantro roots. All right, it's coming to a simmer now. You do want to simmer or boil for about a minute or so to make sure the garlic is cooked. And I'm going to season it with fish sauce. I wasn't sure if that was fish sauce or soy sauce for a second there. And some soy sauce. That's it. No sugar, no nothing. I find that the rice has its natural sweetness. The shrimp has a natural sweetness. All I need is some umami. Okay, so at this point, the broth is basically done. How easy is that, right? So if you want to make this in advance so that you can put everything together in the morning quickly, you want to have this ready at this stage. You want to have your rice already cooked and ready to go. And then you want to have whatever protein you want cooked and ready to go. And then it's a snap to put together. So let's say that I am now ready to eat. I put my rice, this is already cooked, pre-cooked jasmine rice, into here. And it can be cold, doesn't have to be hot. Now the amount of rice is sort of up to you. Some people like it sort of thinner and brothy, or some people like it full of rice. But what you don't want to do is mix it together far in advance because that rice is going to continue to absorb all the liquid. So now I'm going to add my shrimp back in, along with all its glorious juices. Looking at this now, I'm actually going to add a little bit more rice. There we go. It's a great way to use up leftover rice as well. Now, some people like to just dump the rice, dump the soup, and be done with it. I like it to sort of come to a simmer one more time because I feel like it allows the rice to absorb the flavor of the broth. And I am done. How easy is that? Now, there are some garnishes that you're going to want to serve with this, so stay tuned. Sometimes when you stay at a nice hotel in Thailand, the breakfast buffet will usually have a khao tom station. So this is reminding me of that right now. Yes. Nice. So now the garnish is very similar to like a noodle soup garnish. So first of all, some green onions and cilantro, of course. Optional, but highly recommended, some fried garlic. I mean, seriously, if you want to cook Thai food, just keep your fridge well stocked with fried garlic and garlic oil. It'll come in so handy so many times. There we go. A little drizzle of garlic oil for extra flavor. And some preserved radish. So this is tang chai. Again, I've used this before in my noodle episodes. It's like salty, crunchy bits of cabbage. It just adds a nice texture, you know? So we're gonna put that down as well. And there you go. Absolutely beautiful bowl of khao tom. And this kind of spoon is exactly what you want. Oh, such comfort food. The broth is flavored so perfectly. You don't want this to be strong. I mean, it's breakfast, right? You want to start your day nice and gentle. I'm crunching on the fried garlic, which is super delicious. And then the shrimp, because we didn't overcook it, it's nice and tender and just, so good. Like if you're sick, this is the perfect cold food. And oh, if you're going to serve this to a guest, make sure you put some of the whole shrimp that we so carefully made on top so people see what it is. But since I'm just doing this just to show you, we're gonna pretend I didn't forget that part. So I hope you give this a try. As you can see, it's so easy. The key is in the broth, so make sure you check that video out before you make it. And when you make it, send me a photo on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. If you haven't subscribed to the show, make sure you do so you don't miss an episode. And click that little bell icon as well so you get a notification when I post a new video. If you love the show and you want to support us, check out our Patreon link in the description below. And I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal.